Scream 7 is finally out. I just got back from seeing it. Let's talk about it.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Welcome to Ghosties Movie Talk. I am Merciless Ghostie. Ghosties Movie Talk is something that I have done in the past, but not something that I've been very consistent with. But something I want to change in 2026. So make sure you go down and like and subscribe this video if you want to see more movie content. I'm a big movie fan, and so my all my movies back here. But what better way to re-kick it off than Scream 7? So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to kind of talk about non-spoilers, give non-spoilers in the beginning. That'll be more like positive things, and then I will give you a warning, and then we will talk about spoilers. I feel like it's easier to explain things in an easier way with things that you like than things that you dislike. I feel like with things that you dislike, you have to explain more, so that's why I'm going to kind of save that part for spoiler talk. But anyway, let's get into it. Scream 7, I really dug the opening. It was one of my favorites in the franchise. My only issue with the opening is the fact that they did show a lot of it in the trailer. So not much of a spoiler, but if you've seen the trailer, you've seen a lot of the opening. There was one jump scare that got me in the opening that was really cool. And there's a shot in the opening that I really dug. As an Easter egg. It was an Easter egg, but we'll talk about that. I really enjoyed the kills. Kills were really creative. This is one of the more gory Scream movies that we have. A lot of the Scream movies are very stab. We don't get a lot of creativity. Not with this one. This one was bloody good time, and of course, it's a horror movie. The effects of the kills is one of the reasons that we go, so obviously you want to see some of that, and they did a good job with this one. There's one kill that takes place in a bar that I was like, holy shit, that actually made me kind of squirm in my seat a little bit, so that was a lot of fun. And then of course the nostalgia factor of it. This is very much a legacy sequel. It has a very the tone of the movie has a very similar Halloween 2018 vibe to it, which I really dug. They kind of put their own spin on it, but you can clearly see where they got their inspiration from. And I know a lot of people are gonna take that as, well, does that Scream is creatively bankrupt? They can't, that they have to copy Halloween 2018. Well, Scream has always kind of been a parody of horror movies anyway, and they've taken a lot of inspiration from Halloween. I mean, through the whole third act of the first movie, spoiler warning, Halloween plays on the TV. So I mean, this is not really nothing new, but they put their own spin on it with the whole mother-daughter angle, which I really dug, but I'll save that more for spoilers. It was nice, and that leads me into the returning characters. Reminded once again, this is Sydney's franchise. It was great to see her. It was great to see a lot of the other returning characters. Once again, I'm not spoiling anything. You've seen a lot of the names that have come back. It was nice to see them all, but we'll get into that more in the spoilers. It was nice to see Gail back, even though I'll say that for now. See Chad and Mindy and have them have some connective tissue from 5 and 6. They reference 6 quite a bit in New York and all that stuff. There's two people that don't get mentioned, but we'll talk about that in the spoiler part of the movie talk. Okay, so now this is your warning. If you have not seen Scream 7, click off this video, go watch the movie, come back after you've seen it. 3, 2, 1. Spoilers. Okay. So going back with the opening, there was a particular shot in the opening that I really dug. There's a scene where Ghostface's mask, the girl is kind of, this girl is walking kind of down a dark hallway and you don't see anything. and his Ghostface's mask kind of emerges from the darkness. It's very John Carpenter Halloween 1 in that scene where Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael, when she's leaning up against the wall after she just found all of her friends dead, and then Michael's face kind of emerges from the darkness. It gave me that vibe. I really dug that. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it was cool. It was cool. I liked it. The opening is brutal, dude. The opening is fucking brutal. So after, I mean, you've seen a lot of the stuff. One dude, the boyfriend of the opening, gets a knife straight to the head, and then Ghostface, I mean, you've kind of seen this scene in the trailer already, where the girl kind of falls from the chandelier and falls directly on the knife. But it doesn't end there. Oh no, sirree, Bob. Ghostface then proceeds to set her on fire. It was wild. He's been working at a coffee shop. We get a very interesting scene here. We get two Ghostface reveals like within the first few minutes from this scene. Only we don't know it yet. We see this one random dude who just walks by. He's kind of he kind of looks like a killer, and then we don't see him again till later. But I'll talk about that. And then we meet her neighbor, who also works at the coffee shop, and she is revealed to be much later in the movie to be one of the ghost faces. And then we get the scene where Sydney gets the first phone call while she's at work, and it starts with she's like going on, she's talking, she starts recording, you know, she's kind of going about her business like she's been through this so many times, like it doesn't kind of phase her at this point until they start video calling, and it's revealed to be Stu. It's Stu. Matthew Lillard, it was great to see him back, faced all scarred up from the TV. And this is kind of one thing that I wanted to talk about. A lot of speculation beforehand of the movie was correct in the fact that there was going to be an AI element to it. And I thought they did a really good job of balancing the AI. The AI is still alive. I really thought that balance was really cool. I really enjoyed how they did that, because I wasn't sure either way which way they were gonna go with it. Through most of it, I did ping one of the killers fairly early though. And then so we get this scene where Tatum is doing doing theater, kind of similar to how Sydney does it. Once again, we get a gruesome kill. This girl's like hanging on she's strapped to a wire. She got like her outfit on, she's swinging from a wire, and then Ghostface comes. He kills the guy that's working the stage, and then as she's swinging, he's trying to slash her and can't reach her. Then she comes by and she scrapes along the knife, and everything frontal just comes out. It was nasty. That was a nasty kill. Ghostface reveal pretty early on in the movie, and it was the random dude that we saw in the coffee shop early. And even as I saw him come up, even as like so Gail comes, she just pops out of nowhere. How she randomly knew where to find Sydney, I don't know, but she just shows up with Chad and Mindy, and she runs the Ghostface over. It was cool. It was a cool scene. It was a cool way to reveal her. Even though after this she doesn't do shit. She does not have shit to do throughout this movie. So we get that part, and I'm still kind of processing it. So if I'm saying a lot, once again, this is a fresh out of the theater reaction, so my thoughts are I'm still kind of processing it as we go here. So get that part, and even as the ghost face is revealed, I was kind of like, wait, what? It was like, it threw me off because I did, and then it kind of, oh yeah, the dude from the coffee shop. It was a pretty uneventful reveal. The Ghostface reveals as a whole I really didn't like. So of course we get through and we find out that um indeed all of the people, so we get Scott Foley back, we get um Billy's mother back, Stu, Dewey, and it's revealed that they're all AI. I thought the reveals as a whole were pretty weak because one thing that we like about Billy and Stu is that, like, in the first movie, you get a lot of screen time with them. They're in the movie a lot. In this one, it's like, okay, we get that one scene with the dude, and then we don't see him until he's run over. And then we get the one scene with Sydney's friend, the friend, she's the neighbor, and she's her neighbor and coworker. She's revealed to be, bro, she's in 2 scenes. Outside of the reveal, she's in 2 scenes in the movie. And then her and Gail are kind of investigating, figuring out, trying to figure out if it's Stu or not, because Stu keeps video calling and say, hey, I'm at your daughter's here. I'm right outside. It's so they're trying to figure that out, if Stu's really alive or not. I really like that whole balancing act, but we find out later that he's not actually alive. I wish they had kind of kept it going. I don't like the fact that they just spelled it out that he's dead, but we got confirmation now. So all you Stu alive truthers out there, he's not alive. But then we go to the scene where they visit this mental hospital, where they find out where the dude that Gail run over has been staying at. I don't even remember the guy's name, where he's been at, and they interact with this like a worker there, and he kind of goes on, and once again they kind of hint at, they show this dude a picture of Stu, and he's like, oh yeah, he's like, that's John Doe. Like, this is part of the, like, kind of playing off the fact that, oh, he's alive, but he was really hiding himself. But other than that, we get him in that one scene, and then we don't see him until the end. And I was like, the whole third act as a whole, I felt, was outside of the, like, we get this everybody on the screen where they're kind of going through all the past killers except for Dewey, and they're just kind of giving these like little monologues. Outside of that, man, I thought the third act of this movie was nah, it didn't do it for me. The third act didn't do it for me at all. I felt like it could have been a lot better, the whole reveal and everything. Nah. But it was a fun time. It was a solid movie. I'm gonna do more screen content coming out this week, but those are kind of my initial thoughts. I'm gonna kind of let it sit, stew a bit, no pun intended, and I'll be back with a Scream ranking. Overall, I'm gonna give Scream 7 initial reaction. I'm gonna give it a solid 3.5 out of 5, or 3.5 out of 5. Fun slasher movie, lots of creative kills. I can enjoy it for that, but we'll see where I rank it as we go on. Thank you for watching. Don't wander too far, because this ghostie always remembers who entered the realm, and I will see you guys.